Okay, everybody, this is my circle chart that I wanted to show you. And you're going to be doing one very similar. Okay, notice that I have the big circle, my circle graph. Okay, you start off with putting a big dot in the center. Okay, and then what you do is you draw straight up and then go straight down. After that, make sure you go straight across. And then after that, you'll make sure you have each section will be in quarters. Okay, think of it like a clock. So this would be 12 o'clock and this would be to 15. Okay, so and it's like quarters. So there's a quarter, another quarter, and then another quarter. Okay, what you're going to do is in each quarter, you're going to make sure you have six, I guess you could call those triangles, or six little sections. Okay, so right here, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and that's a section. Okay, and then every section will have 6 areas. So when you get finished, you should have 24 total sections in your circle graph. Okay, and right here it says this circle chart shows 24 hours. So I have 24 sections, which means that it's going to be 24 hours. So this is my circle graph for the whole 24 hours of in one day. So you're going to make up your own. You can come up with your own activities. Like, you don't have to put sleep if you don't want to. I mean, you could do all different kinds of things. I mean, of course, everybody sleeps. So you probably should do sleep. But, how many hours a day do you spend on schoolwork? Or, I put outdoor activities. I put eating, cleaning, watch TV, and read. You can do different stuff. Some of y'all like to do Fortnite, so Fortnite could be one of your activities. You could do, some of you probably like to ride your bikes. You could be specific. It doesn't have to say outdoor activity. You could say riding bikes or jumping on the trampoline, shooting basketball, any of those things. Just be specific and come up with your own, okay? So this is just an example. So for every activity, you need a different color. Okay? I'm about to show you how to do this, okay? And then your total hours of all your activities should equal 24. Okay? Because there's 24 hours in one day. So this should equal up to one day, okay? So once you figure out, I used a scratch sheet of paper. That way I would know what exactly how many hours I had left for different activities. So use a scratch sheet of paper first, and then put it on your final draft to send me a picture of. Okay. So when you get done, you're gonna write 8 hours, like for sleep. You don't have to have 8. You be specific. If you know that you don't get that much sleep, or if you get longer, write it out here. Okay. Your fraction of that would be 8 hours out of the 24 hours. So I would be using 8 hours out of 24. That's my fraction. And when you get the percentage, you need to get a calculator, use your phone, your tablet, whatever you got, and do 8 divided by 24 times 100. Okay? So I'm going to need, let's see, I'll write that down for you out beside it so you'll know. All right, so you're going to do, so like this one was 8, and then do divided by 24 equals, and whatever that answer is, you times it by 100, and that's where you get that answer, okay? This is talking about, like, if this whole circle graph, it's filled up 100%, well, I'm telling you that 33.33% of that circle will be filled up with blue. Okay, that means that out of 100% of the day, 33% of it, I'm asleep. Okay, so I'm going to leave that right there for you to look at. So whatever the number is, so if it was 7, okay, you would put the 7 in that spot. So it'd be 7 divided by 24, and then that answer times 100. And then that's what you put right here. Okay? So I'm going to try to turn my camera around. I'm going to show you. That's what the whole thing looks like, okay? So what I'm going to do now is fill this in. I'm going to fill it in up here. Okay? Alright, I'm going to start with blue first. So blue, I should be shading in 8. So what I'm going to do is start with my first one right here. And you're going to be a lot more neat and colorful with yours. I'm just trying to not make y'all wait for so long. So I would end up filling in 8 of those. So that's 8 blues. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I would fill them in right beside each other. Okay? So if I'm going to fill in this number 8 one right here. Okay? Alright, so all of those will be 8. That is 8. That is how much I sleep. That is the percentage of sleep I get per day. Will be 33.33% of sleep in 100% out of 100%. Okay. All right. So there's my blue. Okay. Maybe I hope y'all are getting the gist of this. I mean, it's not that hard. So you just got to make sure you're doing the math right down here. Okay. Because I want to see your percentage also of each activity you do. Okay, so make sure you're using your math brain on this also, okay? So I'm going to get my green. Green should be 7, so I'm going to fill in 7, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all right? If I had more time, y'all wouldn't be waiting on me. I mean, I would try to do this a little bit neater, but I know that y'all don't want to watch the video of me coloring, so I'm trying to do it. There we go. It's good enough. All right. So now, our next one will be orange, and that is my outdoor activity. I put 3 hours total. That's not just going out there for 3 hours straight. That is like spending, you know, a little bit here, a little bit there, and I just added it all together, and on an average, I spend probably about 3 hours outside, mainly playing with my kiddos. So 3 out of 24 right here, okay, which equals 12.5. I want you to come up with your own now. Don't do exactly like me. I want you to come up with your own. 1, 2, 3. So here is, just make sure that you come up with your own activities. Do not copy mine. I want y'all to be creative. Use your brain a little bit. Have some fun with it. You know, you could even be specific on, you know, things that you do in the house. You know, if you do like to clean, you could say, all right, well, I wash the dishes for this long. Or, you know, I clean the kitchen for this long. All right, purple is next, and that is eating. So that's like, you know, the combined throughout the day, spending about 2 hours eating, you know, so that may be, you know, 30 minutes for breakfast, 30 minutes for lunch, and maybe an hour for supper because I cook and then eat. So, all right, and that is 2. So 2 out of the 24 would be 8.33% of the day, okay? That is eating. So I'm going to fill in 2. Okay. So you'll have a nice colorful circle graph when you finish. Okay. And this, when you finish, I would like to see your whole entire assignment. Take a picture of the whole thing like this. And then send it to me because I want to see your percentages also. Okay. All right. Cleaning is red, and that's another 2 shades. Okay. All right, so there's my 2 reds. And then my last one, my last 2 because I watch TV for about an hour a day because there's just not much time to watch TV in my life. So I only have to fill one of those. Okay. And then my last one is pink. And that is reading. So like, I don't have much time to read during the day either. I read a lot of emails, but I don't read for fun most of the time unless it's just after the kids go to sleep, which most of the time is maybe just an hour. All right, so there is my circle graph complete. See, it doesn't take that long, but I want y'all to look really nice and make sure you have everything on it that I've asked you to. So make sure you have each step, the color. I want every column on there. So color, tell me your activities, what hours for each activity, the fraction that makes, and the percentage that makes. And remember, you can get your percentage by doing that. Okay? Whatever your hours are, replace the 8 with whatever number you have. Okay? All right, guys. This will be your assignment. This is a Thursday assignment, and it is required, so make sure you do it. Take a picture. Do it on a plain sheet of paper. Take a picture of it and send it to me. Bye.